Okay, so anyhow, got a 2 kilogram mass that explodes into 2 pieces. Implicitly, we're assuming all the mass is in those pieces, no fragments. Okay? It's only moving, one piece of 4/10 of a kilogram is moving at 12 meters per second that way. Okay? So then, what's the direction, speed of the other piece? Well, people immediately pretty much told me, well, it's going to be moving in the opposite direction. I said, why? And, what are Newton's laws? Which one? Well, you know darn well which one, and if you don't, learn to count to 3 and distinguish, okay? Newton's third law. But if you say, that Newton's law that says that action and reaction are opposite, well, I'd really want kind of a better statement than that. Tech would probably ding you on that, but would probably give you, some credit too. Okay, well, direction is this away. Opposite. That away. If you put 2 T's in that away, you got to put 2 T's in this away. Okay. You spell it any way you want to, since it's not actually an accepted English word. Okay? So that's easy enough, right? And then I ask why, and you say by Newton's third law. So implicitly we're mentioning principles, right? And taking everything back to principles. Okay. Then we got an explanation that was pretty good, except it involved that 1/2 mv squared being equal and opposite, and of course it can't be, because you can't have a negative 1/2 mv squared, right? So there's a problem with that explanation right there, but the explanation up to that point and the reasoning was good. Well, okay. Forces are equal and opposite, right? They're equal and opposite for the same duration. Because when 2 things interact by exerting forces in one another, those forces are exerted for the same length of time, right? I mean, if they're interacting, for whatever time they're interacting, that's the case. Okay, well, and we immediately, by the impulse momentum theorem, conclude that the change in momentum for one is equal and opposite to the change in momentum for the other. Because this is F12 delta t versus F21 delta t, which is a negative of F12 delta t, right? Since the F delta t's are equal and opposite, so are the changes in momentum. Okay? And then the rest is easy. Okay? Make sense?